Welcome back to another episode of Doctor Who Access All Areas. This week we get to know Jodie a little bit better and we take a closer look at America in the 1950s. But first, it seems there's a little more to holding a torch than Mandip first thought.
There's a scene where we're in a warehouse, isn't it, yeah? And she's got like a flashlight, but she's overcompensating with the flashlight. She's like looking with the flashlight.
I never had a flashlight.
I'm just like, keep it simple. Do it how they do it in the movies. Just hold the flashlight there. Then she starts doing that again. Like, I don't know what she was doing with the flashlight.
Like, he was literally in stitches, like, what are you doing? Got to try new things in it. That didn't work, obviously.
And she thought she was so cool.
He kept laughing. I was like, which worse? I obviously wasn't.
She was so smug about it. She was so smug. She was like...
I love it when I have my flash torch and I'm like, I feel like a police officer. I'm like...
Man, I wish they got it on camera. I wish they had that rehearsal on camera.
Now, if you thought you knew everything there was to know about Jodie Whittaker, think again.
What's your name?
Jodie.
Where are you from?
Huddersfield.
What's your name?
Jodie.
Where are you from?
Huddersfield.
Cats or dogs?
Neither.
Flowers or champagne?
Flowers.
Curly or straight?
Curly.
Cheddar or Stilton?
Cheddar, 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 cheddar. I've once been mistaken for Emily Mortimer.
What's your favourite motorway?
M1.
It's number one.
Fact.
Ooh. What's your favourite motorway?
M1.
Wow. Fried or boiled? Charleston or tango?
Tango.
Comedy or horror?
Horror.
Snakes or spiders?
Spiders. This is my favourite game I've ever played.
It's really exciting.
Whatever.
Sunshine or snow?
Sunshine.
What's your favourite motorway?
I'm not going to commit to that answer.
Ooh.
M1.
North or south?
I'm going to say North.
This is me, Jodie Whittaker.
We probably could be sisters.
Right, now let's sift through the case files of PC Yaz Khan to find out more about our time-jumping villain, Krasko.
Case File 3. Krasko. Krasko was a mass murderer from the future who turned up in 1955. He was also a massive racist with serious anger issues. Just my kind of guy. He'd been released from prison and travelled back in time to change the past. Krasko arrived in Alabama with a load of tech from the future. One of the things he brought was a weapon that could displace things in time, even people. At least he couldn't directly hurt anyone due to a neural restrictor in his brain. He was targeting Rosa Parks, whose brave actions kick-started the whole civil rights movement. We followed his plan though. Brian displaced him in time. Quite right too, seeing as his attitude belongs with the dinosaurs. Case closed.
The Doctor is known for hopping across space and time, but nobody expected to find Banksy in a motel in 1955.
I think one of the big things I wanted to do this series with Doctor Who was to look at the historicals and make them a little more global and go to different parts of the world. And also I wanted us to look at more recent history and to see how far we've come.
We're very grateful, Miss.
Mrs. Parks, Rosa Parks.
Brilliant!
I think it's challenging and I think it's brave to tackle these issues, especially for like the audience as well, to kind of not let them forget and also try and remember and educate them at the same time about certain issues.
That's what I was going to say, like Rosa Parks, we've all heard of Rosa Parks, but a lot of people don't know the details about the story and that the issues are still around, you know, they weren't just from that time, they're still happening now.
Still lingering around.
And so to talk about that story, I think is really clever and really needed.
It's pretty tough to take on and, you know, you really appreciate what people have done for history and time, like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. It's probably one of my favourite pieces to do so far.
Join us next week where we'll be talking beards, buddies, and who is the biggest diva on set. And finally, let's take a look at the highlights of social media from the past week. Find out more about the 13th Doctor's costume, or click here to catch up on all episodes of Doctor Who Access All Areas so far. And don't forget to leave us a comment below.